Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. This is your safe space. This is a place where you can be welcome to just come and hang out and learn and grow and connect your mind with your emotions and your actions and your habits and what you receive, your manifestations. It's all about the holistic law of attraction here. So welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, I'm just so glad you're here, and feel free to check out any of my playlists for more information on the topics that I cover in this video and others. So welcome. This is going to be a collective reading. So for everyone, we're all in this together. So why not go through it together? I always notice so many similarities in the readings, different signs. I mean, we all are here together. We're all under the same stars. And it's just one of those things that we all have our own way of looking at things and feeling things and perceiving things and going through things and working things out and processing. We have our own whole makeup, obviously, but underneath all of those differences, of course, we have the same parts that make us up. We are from the same source. We are the same matter, like we are here together. Okay, the energy, we share it. Okay, the energy is outside of our physical bodies. It's going around. Oh, this is just so awesome. I'm just blown away. This energy that I just got from this card is just like whoosh, and it's like, it's like beauty. Even if we're not feeling it yet, because nothing is set in stone, a mutable moon, nothing is set in stone. Even if we're not feeling it yet, it's coming. It's there. It's real. It's real. What you want is real. It's been put inside of you, put in your heart for a reason. You know that. You are supported. Your love is as deep as the ocean. The love for you is as deep as the ocean. You are crucial. You are vital. You are very, very necessary. Says Klaireeberry. Okay, enough with the rhymes. Anyway, I'm just feeling so good here talking to you guys. Got Claire audience again, second time today. Okay. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. So, you're just noticing the guidance. You're paying attention to the signs. Okay, just a gorgeous card. You're affecting the world. Sorry that I can't seem to work it. There we go. You and your personal manifestations are affecting the world, and when you are, it says notice the loving guidance you hear from inside your mind or from other people. So yeah, I feel like you're doing a lot of guiding of other people right now, but of course you look to them to help them guide you as well, because again, as within, so without, and that's what shadow work is all about. So got a whole playlist on shadow work if you are interested in learning what I'm talking about, because I'm not going to get into explaining how to do it every single video that I talk about it, because I talk about it a lot. It's very important, okay, for every aspect of your life, okay? We are rising. Use both your intuition and your intellect to solve the problem or to get answers to your questions. Okay, so we're waiting on some answers. We're wanting to make some progress somewhere that maybe we haven't had a chance yet to put our energies to kind of complete the necessary steps of manifestation, the law of attraction, the full steps, holistic steps, not just thinking and feeling and visualizing. Use your intuition and your intellect. This is the mind body. And the reason it's a monkey is because they don't really fully have that aspect, yet. They have the intuition, but as far as, our intellect is different. Our intellect is how we solve problems. They have good intellect for an animal, for sure. They can use tools. Chimpanzees are like the most similar to us in using our DNA. You know what I mean? So it's like this is our primal mind too. But we're not just using one or the other. We're using our intuition and our mind. We're using our feelings, and our thoughts and our emotion. Like we're using everything to solve the problems that we have. And we're not skirting over them or denying our problems. We're able to look at them. We are able to take the minor pain and annoyance in dealing with our problems in order to get the results get the good. You get the karma. You get the effects of your actions. It's pretty simple and pretty, it's almost like at the very base of it, the law of attraction is really not that out there at all. It's just cause and effect and like common sense when you really get down to it. But again, it's not common sense for us because we have been conditioned. We have been indoctrinated is kind of a nice way to say it, but we are coming out of that, and that is the season. That is the reason for the season. Coming into 2020, this is a big theme for us. I keep talking about it in different videos here and there, sprinkling it in. We are gaining knowledge because of the information age. We have been able to rise above. We've been able to hone our spirituality. It's our mental. It's like as a whole, as a collective, our mental and our emotional is lining up, is balancing out, is understanding each other and learning how to work it, how to really do it, and not let our emotions run the show and run us into a rut, and not let our emotions go too crazy and run us into a rut. You know what I mean? This is getting where we need to go because we're in control, we're in balance. And this is a great time to recognize that and build on that because we're in, coming into Libra season. When are we coming into Libra? We are coming into Libra. Okay, guys. So the moon in Gemini has changed. We have been in the moon in Gemini. I was feeling the Gemini energy yesterday even. But we are coming in the moon in Cancer now. Okay. So I just want to talk a little bit about that even before I go any further because it was kind of calling my name. You know what I mean? And I do have a few notes here, but the moon in Cancer, obviously, it's very inner. It's very going inward. It's dealing with your shit, releasing, stuff. It's being very peaceful, peace and quiet, seclusion, being kind of that hermit and going deeper, going higher. This is a perfect time for shadow work. This is a perfect time for going inward, being really honest with yourself, digging out this stuff, doing the shadow work, and then shadow healing, the switch work. Like I said, check out my program. It is free right now. It is not always going to remain free. So get it while you can. Get it while it's hot. Hot off the press. And it's, like I said, in a playlist on this channel, also on Klaireeberry channel. So not only is, the moon is going to be in Cancer. So then we're also moving from the sun season of Virgo to the sun season of Libra. So this is kind of an overall energy that's also affecting like everybody, and it's huge. So we're also having Mercury and Venus in Libra at the same time. So, and there's also a lot of like all the rest of the energy is just like very earthy and very watery, kind of dominant. So a lot of this has to do with, how we feel we belong, like not fitting in necessarily, but like where we truly belong, like where our family and our heart lies and who we are, and feeling safe and feeling like everything we're doing matters. And also like what drives us, like what are truly our intentions, really getting into some of this healing, getting into this it's a good time, like I said, for healing. It's a good time for this capacity, having this capacity to heal and to start this new, this new whole big book, not even a chapter, but a book. Okay. Big events like parties and wild stuff is not really calling us too much right now. Like I said, it's kind of an inner thing. It's kind of a domestic kind of dealing with your personal needs and, like I said, your close family and friends, and starting to go, like I said, into Libra season. It's going to be about a lot about relationships and a lot about kind of balancing them out, a lot of good communication energy. What was I saying? Through the 24th. Yes, through September 24th, there might be some challenges, but I feel like we're kind of overcoming them pretty quickly, pretty easily, getting the good, learning the lessons and moving on. We might be a little bit moody right now, just like right now this weekend, and don't worry about that. Don't blame yourself or beat yourself up. Sometimes it's beyond you and it's just something that we have to go through in order to get somewhere. So don't think that this, that the law of attraction always has to be faking positive thoughts. No, you feel the negative feelings. You just go through them, work through them, and turn them around and use them. It's not about being positive at all costs. I see so many people who, they just don't get it. And they're like, oh, I'm a positive person. I'm a positive thinker. And they'll like try to pretend like they never get mad or they never, they'll be like, oh my God. And they'll call other people out for like being, so negative all the time. If they happen to like, say something that is even remotely negative, and we all go there. We can't be judging other people. We have to work on our own stuff because it's deep. It's not just about what you're saying. It's about your thoughts. It's about your subconscious thoughts. So you have to dig, like I said, real freaking deep. And this is a good time to do that, okay? This is a really good time to feel like, why are we feeling unworthy? Why? Let's delve into that. Let's do the shadow work on that sort of a thing. If we have any anger bubbling up, which right now, we need to be careful about anger, especially if you're having any kind of like substance abuse issues. You want to be careful because the liver is having to deal with that. Just pump, process. And the liver is the organ that is caught up with anger. So just a little side note there. It's also a time, I've been saying this in all of my videos recently, but it's really a time to make sure your intentions are pure, that you're doing things for the right reasons. Examine your motivations right now. We may be having frustrations, like I said, this weekend, today, coming up, whatever. We're going through a rebirth. And a birth is never like, usually like, oh, perfectly peaceful. It can be, obviously. A lot of people do that sort of thing, but there's some element, of being, woo, like, we'll just leave it at that. We also have Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. So, and then the Mars and Virgo energy, we're just being very like, kind of asserting ourselves. Kind of a lot of people are talking about boundaries right now. This is a great time for us to all be setting our boundaries and sticking to them, creating new ones, adjusting the old ones. Don't be stuck. Stay flexible. Always. You're like the blade of grass. You're not like the oak tree that gets knocked over by the tornado. You are a blade of grass. That is fine because you're flexible and you go with the flow and you bend and you change in the way that you need to change. Okay? But we are kind of caught up in these orderly and calculated ways coming out of Virgo. It's like we're trying to create a lot of order. We're trying to organize our stuff. And then coming into Libra, it's kind of an extension of that. It's kind of a good time of year for this. It's like squirrels, like getting ready for the winter. We're like ordering our stuff, getting it together, kind of approaching and assessing and just operating out of like more calculated ways through October 3rd. Okay. So we also have Pluto in retrograde. Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. So this deals with like how to handle, how we're handling change and transformation, how we, reflect on things and again, process them and are able to move forward. It's kind of that processing time, that inward looking time. Like I said, a lot of healing work going on right now. And it's a nice kind of calm, relatively calm time for us to be able to do this work. Like I keep saying in a lot of my videos. So the sun in Virgo, like I said, it's ending on Monday. And then we have Libra. The sun is in Libra. We're more adaptable. We're balanced. We're working towards harmony with others. Outside, inside, friends, family, lovers. We're more kind. We're more thinking about the other person because we're more balanced. We're less like all up in our own shit. It's like we're not trying to like fix ourselves all the time like we sometimes did in Virgo. Like maybe we've done some work on ourselves and we're ready to like present our new self a little bit to, the world or back to our partner who maybe we haven't been talking to or whatever. So have that kind of an energy and just know that that's kind of the underlying current of what's going on. And, it's a little bit less in this intellectual and knowing, and we're going more into this, just like I said, communication and like being charming with people and social and finding the common ground between people. And I'm really feeling this. Like sometimes I notice as an introvert, I get not annoyed necessarily by being people getting too close to me in different ways, but I just don't necessarily love it, and right now I'm having a lot of feelings pop up where it's like, oh my gosh, like agape love, like send them blessings. Like it's so good to see these people. Like I'm actually really, grateful for people in my life. And, it's a great place to be in because our social is part of our, it's part of our energies. It's one of our energies that we carry with us. It's one of the ways that we relate with the world, obviously. That's what it is. It's relating with other people and the divine. And when we recognize the divine in other people and not operate on the superficial level anymore, not allow ourselves to do that and to really see people, bless people, love people. It's just a great thing, to have. And like I said, it's not just like, oh, all the social, it's not even just all the romantic. A lot of it is worldly as well. It's like higher ideals for how we live and how we communicate and how we operate as a group, as a whole. Okay, a little bit thirsty. Sorry. All right. So So we're going to go ahead and keep going here. Remember, nothing is set in stone. This is a whole new beginning, a clean slate. Okay, we are being guided, and how we interact with our angels as well and with our guides is really sets the tone for where this new beginning is going to go, where our new world is going to go, how we're going to relate and adapt to the world, how we're going to interact with the world, what we're actually going to do and say and, think and speak and everything. Are we going to get more balanced? Are we going to get our shit together? Basically, are we going to, come into union with our person? And I'm seeing all of these things. Yes, yes, yes. The answer is yes. It wouldn't be in your mind. It wouldn't be in your hopes and goals and dreams in your heart if it wasn't going to come true. You just have to believe in the truth of it all, that you deserve it, that this is your plan, that this is your destiny. You choose your destiny. You carry it with you. This is what the law of attraction is all about. You protect it. You play it. You make it happen. You organize it from the very beginning. You do every single thing about it. Like, this is it. You are the operator. You are the sole owner, CEO, down to the janitor. You are everybody in between. This is your life. This is your dream. This is your responsibility. That's the Virgo energy that we've been in. It's your responsibility. It's such earth energy, taking responsibility for your actions and your effects on other people. Sometimes we apologize, not one of those fake, I'm sorry you're offended, but we actually realize that we maybe not have meant to offend somebody or upset somebody or do something, and we did it anyway, and now we have to deal with it. A lot of people, good people, go around causing pain, and they don't even, it's hard because we don't want to allow ourselves to think that we've done something. We don't want to get the lessons. We don't want to even bother it, so we just, so much denial, so much escapism. So many distractions. Let's play this game. Let's do this thing so we don't have to pay attention to our real issues. But when we hide from our issues, we're blocking ourselves off from moving forward. We are blocking ourselves off from a lot. And we may feel like, oh, we're in our little comfort zone. Nothing can hurt us. But we are cutting ourselves off from many, 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 many laughs, many loves, many smiles, many good feelings and good moments as well. So get our mind right, and it all starts from there. You get your mind right, you get your emotions right, you're able to cut through the bullshit. You're able to rise, you're able to heal, you're able to get the things that you want, and not only that you want, but that you need, because this whole process is about figuring out who we really are and what we really need. Okay? This is what it is. This is an excellent collective reading, and we are going to keep going. I just want to kind of start fresh and get a new timeline here. And in case there are some other, energies, especially for the collectives, not every single thing is going to resonate with every single person, but take from it what you will and keep on listening. And so maybe the next thing will resonate with you more. Okay, so we've been doing work, we've been going. It's just like we know, and we're able to flip it and not and just like think about it and feel it, but actually do it and actually put it into place. And it's changing our world. It's changing our whole entire outlook, as well as the tower moments that we've had have really caused us to like look back at who the fuck we were being, and do we even recognize that person? Like, do we know that person? Was that one person, or is this like a whole like clan of weird personalities that I don't even know? You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I'm not going to do this bullshit anymore. We're going to come into something else. We're going to move quickly and just figure out something else. Figure out this new beginning. And, a lot of it is how you feel. It's how you feel about yourself, because how you feel, along with what you think, it really creates your beliefs. Your beliefs are so important because they are coloring everything. They are painting everything. That's what creation is all about. If we didn't know, if you don't know what to feel, you're going to feel something one way or another. It's what you allow yourself to feel. And some people feel very little. You're going to feel something, but you're going to feel very little. Nobody can successfully cut out all their emotions. You know what I mean? No matter how much in denial they want to be. No matter how much they want to say, oh, I don't even have any emotions. I'm just an intellectual type of person. You know what I mean? Nobody. You still have emotions, even if you want to deny them. You know what I mean? And that's what happens, comes up as disease when we deny our emotions, when we bury our resentments so deep that we can't even acknowledge them. Oh, it will come out, and it will come out as illness. It will come out in dependency, codependency, drug dependency, substance abuse, addictions, ruining your life. Because you're not in touch with who you are. You're not seeing with your third eye, like the real truth of the matter, the real truth of your existence, the real truth of your life. We all want the same things. We want connection. We want love. We want admiration. We want to be important, and we are. We don't need other people to tell us that. We need to go within ourselves and do the shadow work. We need to focus on what we want and not what we don't want. What you focus on flourishes. This will help you through any obstacle ever in your life. It'll give you the higher ground. You will still have to deal with shit, but it will be so much easier to deal with, okay? Stop thinking the same thoughts that you were thinking yesterday. Nothing is set in stone. Everything you've been taught to believe about yourself may be false. You just have to figure that out. You are the author. You are coloring your days every single day. And if you're guided, if you're using your guides, if you're paying attention to the signs, if you're noticing the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people, you hear it from other people. You hear it from nature, the rustling of the leaves. You hear it from inside of yourself. You hear it from ancient texts. I keep talking about this too. This is your intuition and your intellect. You're reading your videos that you watch. You're learning and then taking it from the mental and the emotional, feeling good about it, your internal and your spiritual, and taking it to your actions as well. Actually making time, actually creating space, actually doing it, actually getting out the paper and pen and doing the list and doing the workbooks that I'm going to be putting up eventually. They're not done yet, but I'm working on it. My program is going up this week on the switchwork program. What I'm talking about, this work that you're doing, this shadow work, this going deeper, this going inner, this really learning yourself and fixing yourself on the inside, healing your inner child. That's why it's called Shadow Work and Inner Child Healing Switch Program. This is what is up for free right now. I have a whole playlist. It's called My Program, so check it out. Okay, playlist here, playlist on Klaireeberry. I think I might have already said that, but I'm not sure because sometimes the videos will run together. But I just want to basically send you so many blessings of just positive thoughts, positive feelings, positive emotions. We don't have to have everything figured out. We really don't. But if we know who we are and what we're doing, and we know that we're always making the right choices and really contemplating and being the best we can be and checking in with our inner self, then we're not going to have all of these crazy tower moments, these crazy you do have to go through some maybe dark nights of the soul too. Like that will happen even if you're on your path. And you have to, again, see the silver lining in a lot of things. Like some of this work is going to be painful. Let's just put it that way. It will be. It's not going to be the most comfortable thing, and you should balance it out. You can't do shadow work all day. You know what I mean? Like you can't do the inner child healing work all day. You do it. You do as much as you can take for now, and then you go and fill yourself back up and pad this work, just like we pad our emotions just like we pad our thoughts with emotions when we're trying to manifest something. We're also padding our work with positive emotions. We're building ourselves back up physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whenever we are doing this heavy work. Okay? So I think that I'm going to just leave it at that. But again, you're the leader. You're in control. You are leading not only yourself to higher ground, higher places, much more fertile grounds, Also, your partner's going to be there, so you're leading him as well, or her, or whatever, And also, you're a shining light for others. The choices that you make, every little choice matters. Every little choice matters for you. It matters for your partner. It matters for your family. It matters for your friends. Every little choice. And don't be scared about that, and don't feel that it's too heavy. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity. Every day, every moment is an opportunity to be here, to create change, to help out all of the many things in this world that need to be helped, that need to be saved, that need to be, repaired. It's like that. What is that? I don't know what it's called, but there's some kind of art and pottery type of stuff in Japan where they actually like take a broken pot and like put it back together with gold, and it makes it like this beautiful object and piece of art. And it's just like, it's like that. Like nothing is ever too far gone. Nothing, you know? Is it worth salvaging? If it is, then move on. If not, then move on. We're all about moving on. Let it go. Keep tracking, you know? As long as you're moving forward and you're not moving backwards. There is no in between. There's no neutrality. None. So again, stay flexible. Don't judge yourself too harshly. Don't expect too much perfection. Allow yourself to be a human. Allow yourself to have to make mistakes. Allow yourself to learn from them. That's what really matters. It doesn't matter that you made the mistake. It matters how you deal with it. Nothing is set in stone. If you don't deal with it, then that's your choosing to go one direction, to go on one timeline. But when you deal with it, go down that road and then see what happens. I dare you. Thank you guys so much. I'm so glad you're here. Every little like, every little comment, every little watch actually really makes me so happy. I'm just glad that, because I know the world needs to hear this, even just the energy, even if a person isn't necessarily even resonating with it, you know, it's still like, it needs to be said, it needs to be out there, it needs to be in the airwaves and going into the energy. And again, this energy that we have right here is really, what are we, this is not only what we're giving out, but it's and what we're taking in, and it's one and the same, because whatever we are taking in is also going to be basically what we're giving out, you know, like who we spend the top 5 people that we spend our time with. And this could be time on the internet, time on YouTube, watching, who you watch the most, who you spend the most time with, you know, like I said, physically or whatever. You're going to be most like those top 5 people that you spend the most time with. So again, nothing is set in stone. And this is why you make these good choices and you surround yourself with positive energies so that you can go further and higher and deeper and just keep getting better and better and better. Because again, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. There is no in between. Okay? Don't be afraid of the pain. Don't be afraid of the change. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. Love you guys so much. Thanks again. I'll talk to you soon.